Alright, so let me give you backstory.
Drips, you're not switching.
So,
Drips, you're not switching.
Me,
Drips, you're not
Drips,
switching.
and another player faced against the
Wait, Drips,
Noise
can you hear us?
Clan.
No, I can see his microphone.
Drips joined the Noise Clan and said that the leader was a previous Faze member. Me and Drips' friend knew it was Cap,
Nice, dude.
so we had to check him out.
Okay.
We joined his party, and Drips' friend was instantaneously aggressive.
Mello, change teams.
So,
man. Mello, change teams.
He challenged him to a 1v1. And man, oh man, Dirty Dan did him dirty.
Wait, we're gonna ask him. I'm gonna ask him first for clarification. Wait, guys, I just want to clarify what.
Quick disclaimer. For any of you who think I'm going crazy talking to myself, the game audio did not include the voice chat of the other players in the lobby.
Fake Faze member, let's see it.
I hope you
you
enjoy
might be good, but
this 1v1.
good is not enough. Oh my gosh, that one sucked. Dirty Dan is literally No. Dude, what, right when you lose, say your jump is broken. He's camping. This guy's camping. Oh my gosh. What does this go up to? Top. Right there. You need to pick let's go there. Easy, another. Bad. 25, leave the party. Leave the party at 25. Yeah. It's 24 to 13, it's going to 30. Go, leave the party. Oh my gosh, please. Again, no. One more kill. Oh my, he's literally hard scoping now. So two 360 no scopes. You hit 2 360 no scopes. That is just unbelievable. The last two digits.
What an embarrassment. Faze Noise offers to have a 1v1, thinking he's such a good player, but loses by a landslide.
No, let's go 3v4.
You see, Dirty Dan doesn't actually play much of Modern Warfare. He plays a lot of R6.
I don't even play on keyboard
So
and mouse.
it was even more embarrassing to know that Faze Noise, who plays basically every day, probably, just lost to a Rainbow player.
Dirty Dan is addicted to freaking.
But this was not enough for them.
Here, guys. Oh, yeah.
They wanted another fight. They wanted a 1v1 again. Bill Cosby versus
Yeah, guys, go
Dirty
Allegiance,
Dan.
We're gonna do 3v4.
Well, I didn't want to just sit there and watch a whole other match go on and see Dirty Dan just smack another player. I wanted there to be a team battle.
Drips knows this. I'm new to
So,
keyboard and mouse. I'm actually new to
what
keyboard
we
and mouse.
did was have a 3v5. Initially, since Drips was in the clan,
I really want to know what level this kid is.
they wanted it to be a 2v4.
It's not showing. What level is it?
But then players joined. So they wanted it to basically be a
he's in auto sign, he
2v6,
can't hear us.
which would have been very hard.
Here, I'll
But
tell him to go
Drips,
back
being
to,
our
I'll tell him
friend,
to go
joined
back.
us instead of them. And after that,
Yeah.
Drips
Guys, go to Allegiance.
left
You guys go to Allegiance.
the Noise Clan.
Oh wait, is this Noise?
Well, now that this was a team battle, we had to play well. It was a 3v5. This wasn't fair. But we had to win. We were not going to lose to these toxic
He's on PS4.
and trash impersonators.
He's on PS4.
These wannabes think they could be a part of Faze, but lost to Dirty Dan.
That means he's gonna DDoS.
Now,
That means
strift the
that means
back.
he knows how to DDoS.
I got one guy's head off. Then I got a second.
I got 2 of them.
Then I ran over to their spawn, going to a strategic spot, taking out a third. Going through the tunnel and getting a fourth.
Oh my, I'm
And later on,
fucking dead.
being saved by my teammate. Now, we were playing smart, and we were in the lead. I no-scoped the 6th. I downed the 7th, killed the 8th, and then died. A great 8
I literally have a
streak,
cluster strike.
and I got a clutch strike, but we weren't gonna use it. I just died, and they were starting to get up just a little bit. But soon enough, since they could see us at the map and such, we had such a small amount of people. It became hard to win. We only gained 1 kill from our major success, and it was hard for us to gain kills. They were soon getting a comeback. We were getting pummeled. It seemed that no matter where we went, we would get killed. This was what I thought would be a big loss. I took down 1 just to get killed by a guy. Then I get killed once again.
Guys, clutch up, clutch up, clutch up.
Now we had to play better. It was tied. Well, now it was 28-26. 2 more. And I got the final kill.
And you're knifing?
Now that we beat them, we
Sorry,
felt
3v,
a
3v,
huge
what? 3v5?
success.
I just started keyboard and mouse too.
But the problem
just started
was,
keyboard and
they
mouse.
thought we were hardscoping and accused us of hardscoping right over the battle end.
Dude, I'm streaming. I'm streaming.
Oh.
I'm streaming. I'm
So we
streaming.
win.
I'm streaming. Check the footage.
Toxic,
I'm streaming.
so they
Check the
accuse
footage.
us of hardscoping.
We have each POV. We have each POV.
This is incredible. The Faze clan, partnered with Noise clan,
Go to coalition.
slowly kicks us
Everyone
one by one
Oh, see
because they
the-
knew
Bella's
we did
here.
not hardscope.
Come on, guys.
What a waste of time. GG. This footage that you're seeing right now is of us in the very beginning. I just duplicated it. But I just wanted to say, after that fight, they got our location and they DDoSed us. They were really salty. But luckily they gave their Instagrams in the very beginning. So I was able to call them out on their Instagrams. They kept blocking me. And on their DMs, they DM me the N-word. They used a hard R. And they said, N-word, get the fudge out. But as you can see, they all used, the potty language, boys.